Welcome again to my YouTube channel. So today in this particular video, we are going to learn something about the basics of our MATLAB software. So since this MATLAB software is a very important tool nowadays, many engineering fields as well as the science background people are using this particular software for their various purposes. Okay, it may be used for the research purpose, it may be used for the some prototype development or some lab experiments developments. So today I'm going to discuss about the very basics parts. So those who are not means have gone through this particular MATLAB software so far, they can get some benefit after seeing this particular video. So once you will install the MATLAB software in your system, you must be able to see this type of icon onto your desktop. So after clicking onto this particular icon, you will be able to get this type of window. So once this MATLAB software will open, you will find this particular window. So first try to see what kind of windows that you are going to have in this particular MATLAB software once you will start this particular software. So here you can see that here we have one window which is named as a current folder. Okay. And here you can see one of the path which is shown in this, okay, which is like C. Inside this C, we are having this user del documents, and then we are having a certain MATLAB folder. Okay, so by default, after installing the software, you will be directed to this particular MATLAB folder. Okay, so this is our current folder in which we are having certain already written codes which are saved. Similarly, here you can see that we are having this command window. Okay, as name suggests, here we can write the MATLAB commands. And if we write an appropriate code, then this command will execute. And based on the coding, we are going to get a certain results. Again, here you can see another window, which is your workspace window. And then here you can find the command history. Okay, so I will be talking one by one about this all windows. So what is this command history means? As name suggests, again, command history means it is keeping the record of all commands that we have been using. Okay, so whatever codes that you are writing in the command window, that code will be directly available in the command history. And it is sometimes useful if you wish to directly execute that particular code that you have already used without typing here in the command window. You can directly click onto this commands and that will be executed. Okay, so I will show you how it can be done. So that way we are having so many windows, and here again we have one more window, which is workspace window. So what is the functionality of this workspace window is to store all the variables. Okay, all the variables will be appear here. Okay, I will show you how this will appear. So first of all, here you can see there are important windows like command window, workspace, command history, current folders. Okay, these are the few important windows, right? Now, if you wish, you can also change the layout of this window. Okay, you can either keep as per your requirement. If you wish just to have the command window, you can just keep the command window. You can close the other windows like workspace window or command history. Or if you wish to add some more windows, okay, if you want to change the layout of this window, that can be done easily. Here you can see that we are having one option layout. Okay, so once you will go to this layout, if you click here, you will find there are different way of arranging this particular windows. Okay, default 2-column setting, all but command window minimized, command window only. Then here we are having what kind of windows we wish to see in this particular layout. Okay, like here it is we have selected the current window, workspace, panel titles, okay, tool strip. So these windows are already been selected, and therefore it is available in this particular layout. So based on your requirement, you can select one of them, or if you want, you can select all of them. Okay, so that you can explore here, right? It is very easy to understand how it can be customized. Fine. So now let me start with this tutorial, okay, about the basics of the MATLAB. So suppose if you are very new to this MATLAB software, So I will be just starting with a very small introduction about the MATLAB. So for example, like anybody knows, suppose if you wish to add two numbers, okay. So if you wish to add two numbers like 9 plus 2, then obviously the result will be 11, right? So in the MATLAB, if you wish to add this two number, you can directly write here 9, then you can also write the plus button, then you can write 2, okay, and then you can click the enter button, okay. You just here, just you press the enter button onto the keyboard, you will be getting this result or answer variable which is equals to 11, okay. Now here you can see that you have not created any variable answer, okay. It is by default variable which is created by the MATLAB, fine. So by default, if you are not creating any variable, any results is going to be stored in the by default variable named as answer, ANS, okay. And now here you can see one workspace variable have been generated and its name is answer. Its value is 11, okay. Now suppose if you wish to store these two variables or this two data in a particular variable, okay. If you wish to store this particular numbers like 9 and 2 in a particular variable, and then if you wish to add, then how we can do that? We can just give a particular variable name. So let us say if I wish to store this number 9 into a variable a, small a, let's say. So it is small a equals to 9 if you write, okay. Then it will be, we have to put one here a semicolon, okay, that you remember. So we have to put one semicolon. So we have to understand what is the use of this semicolon in the MATLAB script. This is known as the terminator, okay. So once you will be putting this semicolon, okay, when you enter the press button, okay, this is going to be stored in a variable a, okay. This 9 is going to be stored in a variable a. So here you can see in the workspace, one another variable with name of a is created and its value is 9. Okay. Now just try to look back again. If we don't put this semicolon, okay, what will happen? Okay, so if you write a equals to 9, okay, and if you don't put this variable, this semicolon, what will happen is once you will enter, this variable a will be created. Okay, let me just change the name of the variable, okay, so that you will be able to understand it clearly. So I will be explaining you to different concept here. Okay, so let me make it capital A. Okay. So once you will make it a capital A, and if you are not putting any semicolon over here, here you can see that once you will enter the enter button onto the keyboard, you will find that another variable with capital A is equals to 9 is. So now capital A is equals to 9. And here you can see once you enter the, means you are pressing the enter button, okay, onto the keyboard, this result a equals to 9 is also displaying, okay. It is displaying a equals to 9, right? So this is the only difference. If you are not putting this semicolon, then this result is going to be displayed, okay. And if you are putting this semicolon, this line will be terminated, the variable will be created into the workspace, but the result will not be displayed, okay. That you remember, okay. So one more observation that you can make here is that this variable name is case sensitive, okay. The meaning is small a and capital A is treated as a two different variable. So that you have to remember, okay. So it is case sensitive variables. So small a, capital A, or any case sensitive like small a, b, c, d, whatever you give the name. And if you are giving the same name, but in the caps form, then it will be treated as a different variable. Fine. Now you can take this another variable into b. So b equals to 2, we can substitute, okay. And then we have created another variable b equals to d 2, and then we have to add these two variables. So let us suppose I want to store this result into a variable c. So I can write c equals to a simply plus b, and then I can put the semicolon. Okay, so here you can see this result c equals to 11 is going to be stored, okay, into the workspace window, right? So this way we are able to simply add these two numbers, okay. Again, if you wish, you can do the multiplication, you can do the division, you can do any mathematical operation that you can think of. Okay. So suppose if you want to multiply, you can just put this star sign in between. Okay, you remember that because this is a single variable. This variable a and b is containing the single elements. Okay, so when it is containing the single element, okay, this multiplication will be element by element. Just two element is going to be multiplied, and the result is 9 into 2 is 18. Okay, because it is just holding the single element, so whenever this variable a or b is containing more than one element, that time you remember this multiplication has to be done as per the rule of matrix multiplication. Okay, remember that. Okay, you cannot directly multiply this way, but you have to remember that we have to follow the matrix multiplication. And if you wish to multiply element by element, okay, like one element in the particular variable a, if you wish to multiply it with the particular variable in the means particular variable element in the variable b, that time you have to follow the certain command that will be able to multiply these two things. So let's try to first see this. So these are the variables that we have created so far. And here we are having so many codes onto this particular command window. Now, suppose if you wish to remove or clear this screen, okay, because so many codes we have written, and now we want to clear all the codes, whatever we have written, and it should not be displayed onto the command window. Then we are having a very small command which is known as CLC. Okay, it is just clearing the screen. Okay, command window will be clear. So once you will be writing CLC and executing it, it will be clearing the command window. One important observation that you have to make here is we have removed all the previously commands, whatever appearing onto the command window by writing the CLC. Okay, here you can see in the command history, whatever be the codes that we have been executing, all are appears here. Okay, here you can see all the codes are available in the command history. One more important observation is that whatever the variables that we have been created is not actually deleted. They are already available in the workspace. Here you can see that we are having all these variables. Okay, so let us suppose if you wish to see how many variables are already available in the workspace. Okay, if you don't have if you don't included the workspace here in this particular view, then what you can do here, you can write one command which is who, which is who. If you write this code, you will be seeing how many variables are already there in the command in the workspace. Okay, so see, there are total 5 variables that we are having: capital A, small a, answer, B, and C. So all these variables will be denoted by your WHO command, which is who. Okay, so this way we can able to see this all variables. And obviously, if you type any of them, okay, you will be able to get the value. Suppose if you want to see what is the value of capital A, you can write capital A and then you can press the enter button. You will be able to see this capital A is equals to 9. And anything if you type, whatever it is available in the workspace, it will be displayed after that. So if you write a small a, answer, B or C, all the values you will be able to see. Similarly, if you writing any such variable name which is not available in the workspace, for example, there is no variable name as D, okay, or BB or CC, whatever. Okay, so let us suppose there is no variable with name D. So if you write here D and if you press the enter button, here it will find function or variable D. Because variable D is not defined yet, so it is having nothing to display. Okay, it is having nothing to display, and therefore it is showing that it is undefined function or any variable D. Okay, so because it is not defined, it may be a variable D, it may be a variable, it may be a program. Remember that we can write any program name also here, so that that program will be executed, but yet we have not created any program with the name of D, or not, and either we have created any variable with name D. Okay, so that's why it is showing this way. Now you remember, because these variables we have already created, and wherever if we write any code, Okay, if we are not deleting these particular variables, okay, then whatever be the stored values in the these variables, that will be used for doing the calculation. For example, if you take d equals to something, I take a plus b into c. Okay, if I say this, okay, obviously it will be doing this calculation based on the value of a, b, and c. So once you will do this, you will be getting some result equals to 45. Okay, and this way we are going to get the result. Okay, obviously it is depending on the values of a, b, c. Okay, so suppose if you wish to clear all these variables that you have created. Okay, because every time we need to write a new codes and we don't want to take any such values which is not being used. Okay, so suppose if you want to clear all these particular variables, here we can write one command which is known as clear. Okay, remember, so if you write this clear, then if you enter this button, you will find, you just observe this, what will happen. Okay, all the workspace commands variables that we had created is actually cleared. Okay, so no variables is now being defined. You remember, after writing this clear button, here we are not clearing the screen. Okay, we are clearing all the variables. Okay, if you wish to clear a particular variable, okay, you remember, if you wish to just create or remove a particular variable, just after writing the clear, you have to write that particular variable name after giving the space. Okay, so after writing clear, you have to give one space and then you have to write the variable name. For example, if you wish to only remove a, you have to write a. If you wish to remove only b, you have to write the b, and that way you will be able to remove particular variable. So this way we have cleared all the workspace variables. So if you write capital A, and if you enter this button, showing that it is the undefined function or variable A, because no variable is available to show in the workspace. Similarly, if you write this particular code WHO, you will find that there are no variables available in the workspace to show you. Okay, because no variables are available. Now suppose if you wish to uh, execute the codes, okay, by using the command history, how would you be able to do that? Okay, so suppose if you want to again create a variable small a or capital A, whatever, okay, with this particular value a equals to 9, you can directly go to the command history and you can just double click onto that. Okay, this is creating a equals to 9 again. Okay, if you wish to again execute this code b equals to 2, it will be creating b equals to 2. Similarly, if you wish to calculate this, okay, so c equals to a plus b, why it is not calculating? Because undefined function or variable small a, so small a is not available. Okay, then MATLAB is giving you a suggestion. Did you mean that c equals to capital A plus b? Okay, this is one of the new feature of the MATLAB. Okay, so it will be asking you whether you wanted to run this code. If it is yes, then you can just press the button, you will be getting certain results. Okay, so this way we will be able to execute the certain codes. Now I will be showing you because here you can see one thing, that whatever the code we are writing, that code will be in the command window and it will be running line by line. And once we will close this MATLAB session, okay, if we close this MATLAB, okay, at that time all these codes will vanish and it will be available only in the command history. Okay, but suppose if you wish to write a big command, okay, a very big file, you want to create a particular function or program you want to create, that time you don't want that this code should vanish once you will close this particular MATLAB session. Okay, so you want to save it. For example, I have already having a certain codes that I have already saved it. So whenever you want to save it and whenever you want to open the MATLAB, that code should be preserved, and then you have to just open that code and you have to execute it. So how to do that without using this particular command window? Okay, so command window, you will be writing anything after closing this particular window, you will not be able to save this all codes. Okay, though it will be available in the command history. Fine. So suppose if you wish to write a code that you may be able to save for your future use, then there is one way. Okay, how it can be done. Here you can see that we are having the new script. Okay, So either you can click onto the new script, it will be opening the MATLAB editor. Okay. Or otherwise you can write here ADT edit. Okay. Once you will write the edit button, and if you enter it, okay, one editor window will open. Here you can see that we have this particular editor window. Okay. Now, if you wish to write any code, you have to write here only, and then later on you have to save this particular code. So let us suppose that I want to just giving you one example. If you want to add these two numbers, and then I wish to see the results. Okay. So how this code can be written? Okay. First of all, I will be writing this through codes, which is very important. Okay, I used to write this code every time. First, we have to write the clear, because I wish to remove all those variables which are already available in the workspace, so that there should be no malfunctioning, or there should be no such garbage variable which may be available in the workspace, and it may involve in your calculations. Okay, so I wish to first remove all those variables, and I will be creating a fresh new variable in my own code. Okay. I will be writing first code, then I will be writing CLC. I will be just clearing the command screen, and then command window screen, and then I will be creating the window. So let us suppose I am having this first variable name A. I'm just giving certain values 13, 23, whatever you can write. Some another variable equals to some 35. And then I just want to add this to, okay, I will be storing in this particular variable C. This way I can write this code. Now, first of all, before executing, we have to, because we are having the run button, but we have to first save this program. Okay. So there is a button save. Okay. So while saving this, okay, you have to remember very important things, that while saving this MATLAB script, okay, this window, this particular path, you can see it is by default, it is going to save in the MATLAB folder. Okay, by default. You can change the path as per your needs, and accordingly you have to select the path. Okay, so wherever you want, you can save your code. Okay, while writing or giving the name to this particular code, you remember that you don't start giving the name with any numerals. Okay, you don't write like 3, 4, 5 this way. Okay, or after that you can don't write like this. Okay, so don't start any file name, okay, with numbers. Okay, you may start like giving example 1. Okay, this way you can write. Okay, don't put any space between this two. Okay, it should be in continuous, or either you can write like this also, example underscore 1. So please don't put any space in between, and also don't write anything after that. Okay, so it will be directly taking the .m extension automatically. Okay, it will take .m extension. You can write here, but it is not necessary. Okay, so for example, if you write example 1, okay, you don't write 1 first and then you write example. So this way you won't write. Okay, you cannot write this way. Okay, it is a wrong way of writing the this script file name. Okay, so you cannot write in this way. You just write example 1. This way you can write. Okay, one more thing that you have to remember while giving the name is that is there any inbuilt function, then that particular inbuilt function of the MATLAB, that name you cannot give. For example, there may be a certain command. For example, sum is one of the MATLAB function. Okay, MATLAB command, inbuilt MATLAB command. So you cannot write here like sum. If you write this sum, then it won't be able to understand whether it is this is a new file name or it is already a command, which is an inbuilt command, okay, of the MATLAB. In that time, it may be doing some malfunctioning. So that you have to remember. So never give the name of a particular file, script file, as an inbuilt function name. Okay, whatever be there available in the MATLAB. Okay, that you have to take care. So here I am writing just example 1, and then I can save this particular file. Okay. So now here you can see it is example1.m is created, and again you can go back to this MATLAB. Here again you can see there is one file with name example1.m. Within this directory has been created. Okay, this particular MATLAB path. So now if you wish, you can execute, go to this editor, and here you can run this particular code. Okay. So if you run this code, something will execute. And if you wish to see the result, you have to go back to this, and here you can see ABC variable is created, A equals to 23, 35, and 58. Okay, this is C is the result. Okay, that is being created. So this way we can actually execute the code. Okay, we can write, and the same code will be available for the future use. Okay, so hopefully this much of discussion you must be able to clear. Okay, you try to see the different MATLAB helps. So I will be just telling you one or two more important points. For example, if you wish to see certain kind of help, okay. So here I'm just writing these things. Help equals help. You can type here help, and then here you can write like general, okay. So if you write this help general, some general purpose command of MATLAB will be open, okay. Here you can see there are so many commands, because those who are new to MATLAB, they must be not able to know what are the commands which are available in the MATLAB. Okay, so what kind of command we should use. Okay, if you are very much new to this particular software, here you can type help and general. Here you will be getting general purpose command of this particular MATLAB. Okay, so general information, if you wish to get from the MATLAB software, syntax demo version. Okay, managing the workspace. Okay, and then managing the command and functions, what type, open, which, p code, everything, all explanations are available. Okay, and then you can use these commands properly. Okay, so you have to go through all these details, managing the search path. Okay, managing the Java, controlling the command window, operating system commands. Okay, debugging, loading and calling shared libraries. Okay, there are so many things that you will come across once you will open this particular thing. There are so many, there are so many commands. Okay, there are so many commands, so many tools are available in the MATLAB. Okay, but you must be able to aware of the general purpose commands. Okay, so that you will be able to do your small functions. So once you will be able to do this, you will be developing a deeper understanding of the MATLAB codes, and later on you can go on to search for your particular toolboxes. Okay, so there are so many toolboxes. Okay, so many toolboxes that you can use. So this way you can go to any of these commands, and then you can understand how to write the codes. Okay, for example, let us suppose if you wish to plot a two-dimensional diagram. Okay, two-dimensional diagram. So everyone knows that we are having the horizontal axis and y-axis. Okay, vertical axis. In between we have to plot between the two variables. Okay, so generally we are going for the two-dimensional plot. So here in the MATLAB we are having the plot function. Okay, so suppose if you already know that there is a plot function in the MATLAB, in that time you can write help here, and here you can write the function name plot. Okay, so once you will write the plot, then it will be opening all the details about the this particular function plot. Okay, what will be the syntax, because syntax is very important. Okay, so plot tool is linear plot, plot is x comma y, and then what are the different settings, properties of this plot functions are available with the MATLAB is also shown. Okay, that is available in this particular description. So that description you can look at. Okay, so one more way that you can go through the MATLAB help is here. You can find this is the help. Okay, here you can go to this help, and then here is you can find the documentation, examples, support websites. Okay, so here you can go to the documentation. Okay, if you go to this documentation, here this window will be opening. Okay, so after opening this window, here you can find that whether you want to go for the MATLAB help or you want to see the Simulink. Okay, there is another toolbox which is your Simulink. This is another part of the MATLAB only. So in the MATLAB, we are writing the script files. Okay, there we have to write the codes. Okay, we have to write the commands. But in the case of Simulink, this will be available in the form of blocks. Okay, a small blocks are available And within the blocks, we have to change the properties, we have to give certain inputs, and we have to take certain outputs. Okay, here we don't need to write codes. Okay, in the most of the cases, we don't need to write the codes, but we have to select the properties of the blocks. Okay, we have to give the certain input, and then accordingly, we have to get the certain output. But here in the MATLAB, we have to write the codes. Okay. So if you wish to know about the MATLAB, okay, because you are very much new about the MATLAB, okay, you can just click onto the MATLAB. Here you will be getting this particular window in which you can get the getting started, language fundamentals, data import analysis, everything is available. Okay. So if you go to the getting started, here you will be getting all this basics. Okay, everything is available. Okay. So if you wish to get certain knowledge about 2D 3D plots, okay, text array, how to create the arrays, how to create the matrices, okay, what are the desktop basics, every information is available into this particular MATLAB help. It is very important, okay, to understand. So here I will be just explaining you a very small thing about the how to go for the plotting. Okay, a small introduction about the plotting also I will give you. So suppose if you wish to plot any function, okay, a simple XY plot. So let me do it here only. So here we have the editor. Okay, so one thing that I'm going to do here is, suppose we have a function like y equals to x square. Okay, this is a parabolic function, right? If you wish to plot y equals to x square, how it can be plotted, that we have to see. So let me suppose that if you wish to remove all these variables, okay. So if you wish to remove this variable, you can directly remove it, delete it, okay, or you can also insert this particular comment. Okay, if you insert this comment, okay, then it will be treated as a comment. It is not a program. Okay, it will be treated as a comment. Okay, it will not be executing. You remember that. Okay, so now it will become green and it will be acting as a comment. Now here I can write the code. So if you wish to first plot the y equals to x square, okay, it is a parabolic function. So first I have to generate the x. Okay, I have to generate the x value. So let us say that this x value is being generated is actually varying from something -10 to +10, okay, with the step size of 1. Okay, so this is the range that I am defining. You remember, this way I can define the range of this variable x. Okay, so what is this three things that I have defined? It is the starting point of your x. Okay, this is the step size by which this value x can be incremented. Okay, because it is plus sign, it will be incremented. If you put the negative sign, it will be decremented. Okay, this is the starting value of x, this is the ending value of x. Okay, so it is started from -10 and going up to +10, and in between the step size that we have chosen for the variation of the x is 1. The meaning is the x will be taking the values -10, -9, -8, -7, and so on. Okay, up to 10 with the increment of 1. Now I can create this x square. Okay, so how this x square will be created? Y equals to x square. I'm just writing this y equals to, and here I can write x. Okay, so remember, after executing this line, this will be creating an. When it is an array, you remember that you cannot directly multiply this way. Okay, you cannot multiply, not directly make it square 2. Okay, because now it has become a particular array. Okay, so there is one requirement that we have to put a dot sign. Okay, so if you wish, if you put this dot and then if you put this exponent sign and then you have to square it, it is becoming x square. But that dot is very important over here, because if you don't put this dot, it will be treating this x as a array. Okay, and it is containing a certain number of rows and certain number of columns. And because x multiplied with the x, if there is two matrix, you remember that there is a particular mathematical fundamental rules we need to follow to multiply the two matrix. Okay, so there will be a row into column and row into column. You remember that the column of your first matrix should be equals to the row of your second matrix. Then only these two matrices can be multiplied. Okay, so that rule we need to follow. But once you want to just do the element by element multiplication, you have to just put the dot sign. Okay, and this way we will be able to generate the variable y. And now we have to go for the plotting. Okay, you can write this plot function here, and then you can go for x comma y. I'm just putting this x comma y. You can give any variable name. Okay, it is not necessary that it should be x and y only. You can write any variable name. Okay, so now try to execute this code. Okay, here you can see a figure window is opened, and now this variable is actually being plotted. Here you can see onto this x-axis, we are having this x variable. Okay, later on you can also give the x label and y label. Okay, here we can write x label, y label. Okay, that will be also displayed onto this. Okay, so here it is x-axis, this is your y-axis, and here this plot that we have got. Okay, you can explore these values also. What are these values? Okay, that you can see. So here you can see it is x value is -8, y is equals to 64. Similarly, here again you can see it is the step size is 1. So every time if you it is x equal to -6 now, and next value here you can see it is x equals to -5. Okay, so y will be equals to 25. This way you are going to get your plot. So hopefully you must be able to understand this discussion. Okay, I will be come up with the new discussion. Okay, with the MATLAB. Because we have to go for the certain experiments that will be useful. Okay, so hopefully you must have understood this video. And if you have any query, let me know your query with your comments in the comment box. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and please stay connected with the channel for more updates.